Peeps, welcome back to Old Yorkshire Git Tries. I'm still a bit paranoid having to check we're still recording. Welcome back. Final Fantasy 14 part, check me notes, 261. Right. Yes, of course, a bloody hot one again today, innit? Got a clean vest on. Don't worry, it's not the same one as yesterday. I ain't that much of a crab. No. Bloody shower, this lovely cold shower, but when you come out it's like, oh shit, this heat. Cracking though, innit? Unless you want some water, you're buggered. Right, and I'm waffling because I'm trying to remember what we were doing. I've got to speak with Merlwyb. Oh, where's that? Let's have a look. Up there. Right, can I fly here? I'm not sure. Soon find out, won't we? Yes. No, not interested in the fate. Okay. How do we get there then? We're going through here. Aha. Can't get that way. Where are we going? Ah, there she is. Oh, Merlwyb. Get off. All right, okay. Don't know what was going on there. The Seathorite will bear us to our quarry. Should he make to summon Titan as I anticipate, we will halt the ceremony and restrain him. All hell will break loose. Yeah, I guess that. Stay the course, my friends. I spy calmer waters beyond this squall. Proceed. Oh crap. Screen's a bit dark because bloody sunlight. Making my eyes water as well. That is upsetting me. Oh. Gosh, she's a buxom lass, isn't she?
Greetings, Patriarch. I am Merlwyb Blufisbin, Admiral of Limsa Lominsa.
She could feed a crash.
I come before you to offer my sincerest apologies for the many wrongs committed by my people against you and yours.
She's probably taller laying down than she's standing up.
You were foolish to come here. Stupid, unwise, foolish.
Yeah, that's me. Don't know about them lot.
The Great Father shall have your souls for your folly.
Aye. Just as we thought.
Now, Alisaie! Quickly!
You don't need to tell me!
Hey,
Let
Boxy.
none pass. We must grant her as much time as we can.
Good old Graham. Right, are we starting or what?
We must protect Alisaie.
Oh, I didn't have anything set up.
There.
Shit, wasted a lot of time there, didn't I?
You're in my sights.
There.
You're in my sights.
There.
You're in my sights.
Oh, she's struggling.
Oh, just what we need. You're not alone. There.
Come on, Albert, you can do it. Whoa, where did he come from? Stick with Alfie.
You're in my sights.
Here you are, Alisaie.
Go on then, give it another go. And another one. Ah, he's gone. Oh shit.
More! I need more ether! a little more!
Not doing any damage to it. Please lend me your ether too. Okay. How do I do that? Channel ether. Get up, Albert. No! Come on! Albert. What about the blue one? Oh shit, not gonna get out of here, am I? Orange one. A bit. Blue one. That hardly does anything. Purple one. Going down. A little more ether, just a little more so we can finish. Come on. wish I'd got a brew. I'm getting a bit thirsty now after all. It's all that running about tires me out. It makes me such a fine figure of a man.
Yes, this will do.
Oh, it's
Here I go.
crying, look. I hope Melweb's alright. Her cleavage would have protected her, wouldn't it?
Go, Angela.
Succeeded. 15 minutes.
Did it work?
Melweb's alright. Did it work?
What?
What is the meaning of this?
I'm sorry, but they died by your hand. You sacrificed them to summon Titan.
No. No, 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 no! Why? Why would I do such a thing?
Would that there were a cure for the victims of the Tempered.
Gaboo. Yeah.
Gaboo! What are you doing here?
Patriarch, please listen to me. Hear, heed, listen. The Great Father we have been summoning is false. He only hurts us and those we love. For a long time, his voice filled my mind. It told me to do terrible things. Awful, unspeakable, terrible things. But I didn't give in to it. And you mustn't either. There's been too much pain already. So please, end the suffering.
What have I done?
We share this child's desire, Patriarch. An end to summoning, for it spells naught but misery for both our peoples.
Oops. Press the wrong button. Sorry. I'll not cut it out, I'll leave it in.
For many long years, man and kobold have feuded over territory, pillaging and perishing for the earth beneath our feet. It may be said that we fought to survive, but what we have sown in blood, we have reaped in suffering, and it cannot go on. I would see us set aside the past and work together for peace.
It was wrong of me to hurt my own in the name of the Great Father. Sinful, evil, wrong. But that doesn't mean there can be peace between us. Men cannot be trusted. The bounty of the land was to be ours, and yours the bounty of the sea. But you broke the pact. Violated, breached, broke. Unready as we were, what choice had we but to call upon the divine to rid ourselves of your tyranny?
None, and I do not blame you for it. In violation of the spirit, if not the letter, of the pact, we took your lands for our own. The fault lies wholly with us. On behalf of all Laminsons, I offer you my humblest apology. I pray you'll find it in your heart to accept it. Yet I know an apology alone will not serve to make things right. So, we will revise the pact to leave no room for doubt. And any who violate it shall face justice, swift and certain.
No, we won't be fooled. Not again.
Please, hear me to the end. Fleeting though it was, there was a time when man and kobold abided together in harmony, in cooperation. In those days, your people shared the secrets of smelting. Knowledge which allowed Limsa Lominsa to thrive. Much of what we have, we owe to the kobolds. And so, for the good of all who dwell on this isle, I wish to make you an offer. We will bear your people's wares to every corner of the world, and trade them in your stead. In return, we will bring you the bounty, not only of the sea, but lands both near and far. Whatever you desire, the Navigator as my witness, you shall have it. There will be no more man and beastman, just the crew of the great ship that is Vilbrand. And together, we will share in the wealth of the world, if you'll only accept our hand in friendship.
We want to believe you. We truly do. But we believed you before and you betrayed us. Fooled, deceived, betrayed us.
There are bad men, it's true. But there are also good ones. And the ones before you are the best of them. They were always kind to me. Caring, nice, kind, and I trust them with my life.
Before I became Admiral, I was a pirate. I stole, I fought, I stained the sea red with blood. Such is my past, and I dare not forget it, however much I might want to. That is death penalty. The pistol I used to pass judgment on my own sire when he fell thrall to Leviathan and betrayed his comrades. It's loaded. If you were to point it at my head and pull the trigger, I would most assuredly die. Though it isn't much, my life is the single most valuable thing I possess. If it will suffice to atone for past wrongs, take it. A single bullet to annul the old pact, and my blood to write it anew. What comes after, I entrust to this man, my second in command. I know that he will do his utmost for the happiness of all who call Vilbrand home.
Oh, you dare, little bastard. Ah, good.
I do not trust you. Not yet. But Gabu does. And I will trust him.
We want you to know that we respect your faith. There's nothing wrong with giving thanks to the land which sustains you. But summoning is different. Should you hear of anyone who would attempt it, we ask that you appeal to their better judgment, or failing that, seek our aid. We're always ready to help.
Many and more of my brethren are yet enthralled to the Great Father, just as I was. If you could free them too, I would be grateful. Appreciative, thankful, grateful.
Going on a bit again, innit?
'Tis we who should be grateful, Patriarch. I thank you for affording us this chance.
Right. To see we have found a way forward. Next we will help the Second Order to free their tempered brethren from thraldom. Theirs is far from the only order, of course. It will take no small amount of time, but reach them we will, however long it takes. I would say that I was in your debt, but that has long been true. So instead I will say thank you for helping us to plot a new course, not only for Limps of the Mincer, but all Eorzea. Oh, Faye!
Right. Let's return to the Rising Stones.
Admiral, something strange is afoot at the floating city.
Breathe, man. What is it?
I think it's best you see for yourself. Please, come with me.
What in the world is that? A tower?
You can see it too, then? I feared I was losing my wits. One moment I was patrolling as usual, and the next it was just there.
Yes? This is she. I am. I'm looking at it. What? Understood. Send the Elder Seedseer my regards. The communications officer. It seems this isn't the only tower. They've sprung up all across Eorzea. Nothing more is known. Only that they appear to be of Garlean construction.
Oh.
Our allies on the Ala Mhigan front are on highest alert. Forgive my directness, but would you join them? They may well need the help.
Of course, Admiral. We shall make all haste.
My thanks. I will return to Limsa to weigh our response. Look for Commander Hext when you arrive in Ala Mhigo, and may the Navigator speed you on your way.
What quest? Did I miss something? Have I missed? Oh, speak with Lise at the Ala Mhigan quarter. Right, okay. Oh, that's a point. No, you can't move that bloody thing. This, I thought it might be able to move it out of the way a bit. Alright, let's have a look. Nope. Oh, we're only halfway through. I was just checking how long we've been recording. Thanks for waiting for me, guys.
Thank you for coming so soon. I'll send for Commander Aldin at once, and we can decide what to do about these infernal towers.
Roga Preserve!
It can't be.
The palace! After them!
You're here, good.
well, well, to be received by such an illustrious cast. Why, even the hero of the piece is here. I feel quite starstruck.
Is that a sigh?
His body, more like. You don't fool us.
Oh, you saw straight through it. Anyone would think you dealt with Ascians before. Permit me to introduce myself. I am Fandaniel, and may I say what a pleasure it is to finally make your acquaintance.
Towers, what are they for?
My, straight to business is it? Suit yourself. It is my intention to recreate the final days, to which end I have distributed a collection of rather ingenious devices, or towers, which will, in time, give rise to the grandest of spectacles.
The final days? But it was the Ascians who labored to prevent them.
You're quite right, though I would expect no less from one responsible for eliminating my unsundered colleagues. Honestly, the three of them were obsessed with restoring the one true world. As a sovereign individual, however, I never had much interest in such things. I mean, why bother when you're just another sundered minion? Admittedly, Elidibus was not convinced by that argument, but thanks to you, I'm finally free of his incessant nagging. Free to use my powers as I see fit, to fulfill my heart's desire. And my heart's desire is to lay this half-broken world to waste, leaving nary a fleck of dust behind!
What? Why would you want such a thing?
Because I want wretched creatures who ask such meaningless questions to die! You! And you! And you! I want you all to die! And I want to die too! Oh, yes! I want to die and take everyone with me in a paroxysm of pain and suffering!
He's not a full shilling, is he?
I'm different, you see. From the ancients who clung to dear life, and from you. So don't bother trying to reason with me. You will find I have no reason, or creed, or any such tripe. I just want to destroy the world. But please do resist with all your might. It will add to my enjoyment. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, keep your eyes peeled, for the curtains have risen on the spectacle to end all spectacles. We, the Telophoroi, shall be your performers, and this very star our stage. But I nearly forgot. I have a message for you. My esteemed patron, Lord Xenos, eagerly awaits you at the heart of the chaos. While I wish only to destroy the world, he exists solely to relive a certain, transcendent moment with you. And it is for that reason he would reduce all to ash. Pray see to it his dreams do not go unfulfilled. For if you should disappoint him, my trusty companion here, whom I've dubbed Luna Bahamut, will burn your cities and everyone in them.
Everyone out! My men will tend to the blaze.
Thank goodness everyone's safe. We've managed to put out the fire, though not quickly enough to save the garden. Ribena, can I leave it to you to send word to the Alliance? I'm going to take a unit and investigate the tower. We need to find out what it's for. We'll go with you. No, you won't. You'll rest. From what Merlwyd tells me, you're due some time off duty. Should we learn anything, we'll be sure to share it with you. Very well, but if you need our help, don't hesitate, and take care, both of you. Right, Rising Stones. I just think things start getting good. Shit happens, doesn't it? Which one is it? This one, isn't it, I think? Yeah. Avril Lavigne? No, surely not the Avril, is it? Oh, you're right, cocker. Right, Kryl. Ah, you're back. Good, we've received the reports from the Alliance. Perhaps those who bore witness the events in Alamigo could treat the rest of us to a first-hand account. Big dragon. No sooner do we overcome one problem than another appears. I just said that, love. Seems tediously predictable for the endless variety of our foes. This Fandango sounds even more ninja than his patron. Unhinged perhaps, but no fool. For all of his pantomime theatrics, he gave away little about his plot. We know only that he intends to recreate the final days and that the towers will somehow facilitate this. He also called his dragon Luna Bahamut. Let's not forget that little detail. And the creature did resemble the description I've seen of the Elder Primal. That may be, but the fact that it answered to Fandango would suggest they are not the one and the same entity. I think it more probable that it's some manner of simulacrum born of Ascian magics. Whatever it is, for now we can but work closely with the Alliance and remain vigilant. I believe that concludes our news. What of yours, Y'shtola? I've been to see the Sultana and the Raisins. Sorry. Knowing how quick the immortal flames are to dispose of their temper, I judged it best to provide them with the cure first. As soon as I had sufficiently recovered, I travelled to Ul'dah and delivered the porkses to Her Grace, along with the detailed instructions on their use. My visit chanced to coincide with the arrival of some troubling tidings. The Immortal Flames had been on the cusp of agreeing to a truce with their Amuljar when negotiations abruptly collapsed. The Amuljar claimed that a number of their kind had been abducted and that men are responsible. Naught is known of the perpetrators as yet, but as the Immortal Flames went about investigating, they came upon one of Fandango's towers. On the subject of the towers, you may be interested to learn they are not an exclusively Eorzean phenomenon. According to the Alliance, they have been sighted as far afield as Yanxia. And it would seem reasonable to assume that they are everywhere. We simply have not found them. As you said yourself, we can do little for now, save remain vigilant, and since we're dealing with a dragon, ostensibly at least, I believe it would behoove us to enlist the aid of an authority on such foes. Einstein. Now just a moment, if he could be persuaded to lend us his lance, I would be the first to welcome it, but the truth is, we will struggle even to find him. You let me and Kral worry about that. We'll sniff him out no matter where he's hiding. If indeed he is hiding, we have ways of locating him regardless. So if there are no objections, we shall depart at once. Ta-ta, Tattoo. Ever a pleasure, love. Well, rather than sit around, I think I might go to each of the city-states and educate them in the use of the porkses. They would doubtless appreciate it, but might you consider taking a moment to rest before leaving? You would be fresher for the tasks ahead. Well, my friend, our moment of triumph did not last long. 'Twas ever the way, the world often needs saving. Oh dear, are you not enjoying our adventure? I really could have done with the rest. 'Twas ever the way. And save it we shall. I for one do not intend to allow a nihilistic madman to take us to the grave with him, not when the future holds such promise. I will do all in my power to protect those whom I hold dear, just as you have always done. So sad. Meanwhile, somewhere in the locks,
the scouts should have been back by now. I'm gonna go and find them. Oh, thank goodness for that.
Glory be.
hey, it's Zombieland.
Glory be.
Glory be to Garibald!
Meanwhile, back at the ranch,
The piles have been driven as planned, and the first of the beasts has roared to life. Moreover, I am pleased to report that preparations are well underway for the rest. Ere long, chaos shall reign over all the land, as befits the final days.
Call it what you will, so long as my friend returns to me, fangs bared and claws sharpened. I care not.
Of course, my lord. By strange coincidence, your dear friend chanced to be present when I made my declaration. I took the liberty of informing him that you await his coming, though I confess I may have singed him a little in the process.
And why do you tell me this? Are you in such a hurry to die?
Ah, my apologies. I must guard my tongue lest it be the end of me. Though, there is something to be said for such a glorious death. Better to fall to one who has it all than falter before an inferior. Huh. I shall keep it in mind as a contingency. For now, however, I shall proceed with the plan. My lord.
I must find myself a new weapon. One worthy of our long-awaited reunion.
Well, see what Alice has got to say before we knock it on the head for today. Good news, Albert. Thancred and Orangery have finished their tour of Garlemald, are on their way back here even as we speak. As we still haven't heard anything on the towers, I'm hoping they might be able to shed some light on things. They're due to arrive any moment, so let's see what they have to say. Welcoming party. You needn't have gone to the trouble. From what I hear, you've been more than busy enough as it is. Honestly, you might have waited for me to return before discovering a cure for tempering. As it is, I can't even pretend to have been involved. Well, if it's any consolation, I myself was little more than a spectator. The lion's share of the credit must go to Alice, Graham and Albert. But I believe I speak for the rest of us when I say we are proud to have rendered what little assistance we could. As you will also have heard, though, it hasn't been tales of triumph. Just as we've taken a step towards finally addressing the primal threat, a pile of fresh problems landed in our lap. Anyway, it's good to have you back, though I can't help noticing that we're one Orangery short of a scouting party. You haven't lost him, have you? Oh, I couldn't lose him if I tried, and I did try repeatedly, but no, he decided to linger in Alamigo to apprise Ribena and the others of how the land lies in Garlemald. Mayhap you can do the same for us. Indeed, it was just as Lee said, worse in fact, devastation as far as the eye could see. Nerva and the third, however, were notable by their absence. Might they have met their end at the hands of Xenos and Fandango? Perhaps, or perhaps they simply lost the will to fight. You see, the capital has been plunged into a deathly silence, with one exception, the Imperial Palace. It was a busy place before the war, but it has grown busier still, with throngs of soldiers and civilians working their day and night to rebuild, or rather transform it. Transform it into what? That is a difficult question to answer. The construction is vast and unsettling to behold, like something from a nightmare, according to Orangery. Certain aspects of its design were clearly devised with the manipulation of ether in mind, magitech in other words. Yet as unnerving as said Ephesus was, it was nothing next to the sight of its builders. They swarmed the place like insects, working with nary a word exchanged between them. No one overseeing construction, no one broken orders. It was as if they were possessed or tempered. We wanted to investigate more closely, but given our suspicions, it seemed wiser not to take the risk. If Fandango could bind Bahamut to his will, might he have done the same to the people of Garlemald? Whatever the truth may be, this information is certain to prove valuable. You have our thanks. We'll be sure to have save some for Orangery, which reminds me I have a message from Alamigo. Ribena is hosting a meeting to discuss the latest findings and he requested our presence. Then why not leave that to us? You must be weary from your mission. No, I'm fine. Those towers have been on my mind since I first spied one on the way back. I'm keen to get to the bottom of this. In that case, I shall stay and begin looking into another matter, as I promised Kryl. We need not all attend. Very well, I suggest the rest of us make our way to Alamigo forthwith. The sooner we leave, the more time we will have to speak with Orangery. Request accepted. Right. And that is where we will finish for today. We will go to Alamigan Quarter in the next episode. So, as always, thanks for your views. Don't forget to tell everybody about us. Time to get subscribing. It's free and it helps me channel. Anyway, until tomorrow, peeps, I'll see thee.